Hi class and welcome to Capstone. Congratulations, you made it to the final course in your program, which is pretty darn exciting. And so this course is going to run a little differently than your typical courses. And so let's just take a look real fast. This is a 2-credit class, and so you have a little bit less work than a 3-credit class, but what I've tried to do is create just meaningful stuff for you to complete that will help you move on to your next institution or program or job, but also kind of solidify some of who you are and what you've learned. Here is my faculty information. By all means, please feel free to reach out to me at any time. Here's a little of my details. Please make sure that you include the course that you're in, because I teach lots of classes and I will always have to email you back and be like, what class are you in? And so that wastes time. Here's the syllabus, here's the schedule. Really important to look through your syllabus. This course is a pass, no pass course, and so you really need to understand what it will take to pass. And I've actually outlined all of our points in this class, and there's not very many points in this class. And so you want to take a look at this and understand what it's going to take to pass. This email reflection I'll actually introduce next week. It's kind of a cool thing I'm trying this semester, which I hope you enjoy. Here is your weekly schedule, and so you kind of know what is happening every week. How our weeks will end up working is, if you've taken my class, and likely you've probably taken one of my classes before, you know I'm a lover of my weekly folder, and so all your stuff can be found here and then also in groups. This class is a large peer-to-peer course because I really want you to be working with your fellow majors, and I want you to be working with non-majors. And so in this class, there are 3 majors. There's exercise science, there's health science, and there's public health. And so I think there's really a lot of value to my public health students working with each other. There's also a lot of value to like public health working with exercise science, because you're going to see things that are different. You will notice that a lot of our assignments span multiple weeks. And so what I've done in this course is I've actually created weekly folders that it house an entire assignment, versus in other classes where you have a week 1 and a week 2. Your schedule breaks it down more definitively, but you'll always see what to do on the outside here. And then you'll be able to log in and you'll see what to do and what we're doing here. One of the things is that there's groups. I'll always put in a groups a link for you, but for the very first enrollment, you actually have to add yourself to a group. So I'm going to take you here, and I want to point something out to you right away. You see an exercise science group, and you see multiple health science groups, and then you're like, well, where did public health go? Well, it turns out Blackboard will not let me organize this. It has to be alphabetical, and so you have to scroll all the way down if you're in public health. These groups are for different assignments. As I said, we're going to be doing a lot of group work with this course, and so at times I will assign you to different groups, and I'll explain that later. Don't you worry about it yet. And so you'll notice that there's these sign up sheets, okay? And so you need to join one of these groups, whatever your major is. There will typically be more health science students in this course than there are exercise or public health. And that's why there's multiple groups, because a group that is too big doesn't really work effectively with each other. And so if one of these gets filled, you need to move on to the next group. For your first week, that is what you're doing. You're joining your majors group, which I just explained to you how to do that. You're going to complete your welcome post. And so I'm going to take this edit mode off so I can actually show you this a little bit. So if, let's say I joined exercise science and go to my group discussion, and you'll see here you have a communication forum. This is for you guys to talk to each other. This is not a graded forum. This is for you to reach out if you need to collaborate or work together on something. Here is your introduction discussion board. And so please read through all of that, and then make sure that you understand how to mark your post and that good stuff. By now, you certainly know how to do a discussion board if you are in Capstone. Okay, and so if we go back to our weekly folders, you will see that this is going to take you there. And then you also have an assigned journal reading. So I have 3. These are very short articles, and so I want you to read those and reflect upon them. I've given you questions to ask yourself. Now, when you do a reflection, you don't copy and paste those questions and then write your answer to them. This is to help guide you. This is meant to be not so much I'm looking for citations as I'm looking for you to truly reflect. And what I will offer you in this class is things that I think are going to be helpful to you moving forward in life. And that is career based and that is academic based, but also that's personally based and it's emotionally based and it's meaningfully based. And so I'm going to probably provide you a multitude of avenues to give you an opportunity to grow, because that is actually the whole point, is growing. And so please read these 3 articles, and you'll note that they're very old articles. The printing of them is not old, but what is said is quite old. And so keep that in mind in your reflection. And here's your journal reflection. And then you can kind of see, there we go. All right. And I do have all your weekly folders open. You are feel free to look ahead. Everything is populated there, but I haven't made all your videos yet. And so you want to keep that in mind. I tried to make videos to introduce concepts, topics that we're talking about. And so you may not find the video quite yet, but feel free to look around. And I am looking forward to the semester. Let's make it super awesome and celebrate the fact that you are entering your final phase.